So the first thing I will do is fold the fabric like this, and I'm going to try to smooth out the fabric. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the fabric, and it's going to be 25 inches long, and that is going to be the length of the blouse. And that's including the 1/2 inch allowances on both top and bottom of the blouse. And then I'm going to cut the center fold, so I will have 2 panels of fabrics. Then I will trim off the selvage just because of this massive tag on the side, which I thought is pretty wasteful. Luckily, it was the exact measurements that I will need for the blouse. So the width of the blouse is going to be 22 inches wide. And that includes the 1/2 inch seam allowances on both sides of the fabric. And here I drape the fabric on my body just to make sure that I have enough fabric. So my fabric measurements is 22 inches wide and 25 inches long, and that is including the 1/2 inch seam allowances on all sides. Now I am working on the front panel of the bodice, so I just fold it in half like this. From this corner right here, I'm going to measure down 2 inches. You can go down as far as 3 inches. It totally depends on how deep the neckline you want. And from here, I'm going to measure 6 inches across, and I'm going to mark it with a pin. You just want to make sure that the neck hole is big enough so you can pull the blouse over your head. And then from here, I am going to measure 7 inches, and that will be the shoulder slope. And look, it's a perfect measurement. Yay! I love it when that happens. This corner here, I am going to measure down 1 centimeter just to give the shoulder slope, because the shoulder is not straight, so you want to slope it down. And then you're just going to draw a curve from the fold to the pin right here. And then I am going to cut it out, and I'm also going to trim off the shoulder slope. Now I am going to be working on the back bodice. So pretty much it's the same idea. You just want to make sure that the back neck is a little higher than the front neck. Now I'm going to serge it all the way around. If you don't have a serger, you can do a zigzag stitch all the way around. By the way, this fabric is actually a very beautiful fabric to work with. I absolutely love it. I don't have any problem, and there is no fraying. It's not a mess, and it's not wrinkling after I serge it, even though it is some sort of a thin material. So that is a plus. Right after that, I match the 2 panels right sides together, and I pin it along the shoulder seams. To figure out how long or how big the armhole is going to be, I basically just measured around my arm 14, and I divided into 2, so it will be 7. So from here, I will measure down 7 inches. This measurement will vary. It all depends on how big your arm is. So if your arm is a little bigger, obviously the armhole needs to be bigger so you can move and you won't feel constricted. So I tried on the blouse and it was super baggy, so I decided to take in 3 inches from this corner right here. And it's also totally up to you how you want it to be. So if you don't want to trim it, you can just leave it like this. but it's just going to be more like a square handkerchief blouse, which is kind of cute as well, but it was way too big for me. And then I'll go ahead and trim off the side seams. I will use this piece of fabric as my template. I'm just going to flip it like this. And then I'm going to serge the raw edges. If you don't have a serger, you can just zigzag stitch it. It's time to put the blouse together. So now I am just going to join the shoulder seams, and I am doing 1/2 inch seam allowances on all sides. Now I'm going to sew the side seam close. And as you can see, there is a curve right here, so you just want to carefully guide your fabric. And you will repeat the exact same process on the other side. After I press the seams, it's time to finish the hemlines. So here I am working on the sleeve hems first, so I just fold it just like this, about 1/2 inch. And you will notice the allowance on the underarms is going to be a little smaller than the front. It's kind of tapering. So as you go down to the underarm seams, it will end up about 1/4 of an inch. And that is okay because if you fold it the exact 1/2 all the way around, the hemlines is going to be wrinkling and will pucker. And that is not a good look. And then I will sew it all the way around, and obviously I will repeat the same process on the other sleeve. And here I am hemming the bottom of the blouse. I decided to add a self-tie bow around the neckline. I just simply cut out a long strip of fabric about 2 inches wide and 60 inches long, and then I fold it in. Right sides of the fabrics are facing each other, and then I sew it all the way around. Turn the strip right side out and then press. And then I sew it on the center back of the blouse. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this tutorial is helpful to you. If it was, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye!